Welcome to the Manifesting Generator Energy Type Masterclass. So manifesting generators make up about 35% of the world's population and are what we would consider a sacral being, as you have your sacral chakra defined. And this is only applicable for pure generator types and manifesting generator types. So having this sacral chakra defined emits a life force vibration and also gives you access to this straight tap into life force energy, which is incredibly powerful. It's like a motor running all the time for you. And these two sacral being types together make up 70% of the world's population. So as a manifesting generator type throughout history, this energy type has been what we would consider both the creative, inspirational energy and the stamina of human history. And each manifesting generator has a unique proportion, essentially, that of how much they lean towards the generator energy type and then how much they lean towards a more manifestor style energy type. And this is determined by your unique human design chart. And I'll touch on this a bit later in the masterclass, knowing about your energy type. So rather than listening to what society typically says, that as a human, we show up and we have this one dedicated path that we follow, and to be successful, we go in a linear fashion from point A to point B to point C. Whereas for a manifesting generator type, your way of showing up in this world and your way of existing and bringing your magic is to probably go from point G to point A and then maybe hop to B and then go back to W, and then swirl around energetically, taking everything in at the same time. So manifesting generators have usually had some sort of feeling in their life that there's a negative connotation to this way of showing up and using their energy, and that they might feel like society looks at them as if they are all over the place, so to speak. The way that a manifesting generator really supports themselves is to understand that you are literally designed to follow everything that you are even slightly interested in. No matter what it is, you need to follow it as a manifesting generator. Everything that comes into your path either has some sort of lesson or skill or learning opportunity to teach you, and just to empower yourself to know that absolutely nothing in your existence is a waste of time, even if you don't necessarily know where that thing is going or where it's going to take you. You could think about it as if you are constantly leaning into following your bliss and listening to your sacral, which is the gut voice inside you, the sacral chakra, and that's the life force energy within you that really responds to you all day long, letting you know if you are excited by something. It's a very much a hell yes sort of voice within you that lets you know that this particular thing that you've come across or to follow is right for you and is in alignment for you. And this is really the universe showing you the perfect path as it is true for you, and it is going to look completely different to the rest of the energy types around the world. So making sure that you're listening to those signals within you will always lead you towards whatever it is that is going to light you up. Think of it like everything is coming to you. The universe is sending everything your way in this lifetime, and all you have to do is just say yes to the things that light you up and no to the things you don't. The manifesting side of you is the playful, excited drive to just go after something because you want to go after it. It's got that rapid urgency to it, and it's very responsive to the world. It's almost that you get that sensation that this thing just has to happen in the moment as soon as you feel that nudge from the universe. Then the generator side of you is the slightly slower pace. It's the slow and steady energy. It's the listening to the gut instinct. So the duality that comes in from manifesting generator is that if you are constantly acting on the urge rather than listening into the gut voice of whether it's a hell yes or a hell no, that's the big soul learning as a manifesting generator. So you want to sort of buy yourself time so that you can make sure that the urge is not the decision maker in your life, that you've bought yourself enough time to tune in to that sacral voice who will speak up for you and will let you know in the moment. Once you give it a moment to listen, it will give you that I've made a decision and this is a hell yes for me. Because of your manifesting generator energy being non-linear, this is what means that you are interested in all the things, which you might have grown up with feeling like is a negative. But as a manifesting generator, your path to success that is unique for you is by having so many different passions and by being able to juggle all the balls in the air. And your strength comes from indulging so many of these different passions and directions. And you really are the definition of being designed to multitask successfully. The world we currently live in and the old paradigm that we've been moving through as we progress forward into the new paradigm has been probably not very understanding of the manifesting generator way of showing up in your world. So what you can now start to do with understanding your human design is to understand and empower yourself that it is your own unique way of showing up. And you are really responsible for the life force of this planet and creating your own reality at the same time. You can think of many examples of manifesting generators who are extremely successful in this world, who are the people who are not just, necessarily writing books, but they're also running workshops for thousands of people and standing on stages, and they're also on Netflix, and they're buying an island resort somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Just because perhaps the immediate circle of people around you maybe don't have that manifesting generator energy type in their own design doesn't mean that it's not true for you to shine your magic and live in your design and thrive in the gifts that you've been given in this lifetime. Trying to be this cohesive, linear energy type will really be the thing that squashes or quashes your energy, and that's when it will start to become saying yes to things that don't align. So you really need to make sure that you are only listening to the things that light you up, that you are leaning into the hell yeses, and that gives you the ability to tap into your life force energy source that you've got going on and use that and create more energy. And you can think of it like by you showing up in your shiniest and brightest alignment, this is what lifts the other people around you. By filling your own cup first, this will spill out into others and by default lift them also in their own life. By tuning into your own alignment, you are really the energy type as a manifesting generator who is here to lift humanity out of the heaviness and the hardness. You are designed to be here to show the rest of the world that we actually can achieve great things coming at life with that open palm approach, with joy and fun and playfulness as our core values. And you can really be that person who shows that by choosing more consciously to come at life with excitement and joy, that life can just be so incredible and can be approached with entirely the new paradigm way of looking at everything. And your open and enveloping aura just will always magnetically draw people into your orbit. And when you are living in your design, that sacral chakra life force energy is just so incredibly sparkly that a manifesting generator who is lit up and living in their design and thriving in who they are and sharing their gifts with the world, they are just this incredible magnet to all the right opportunities, to all the right people, to all the right situations. And just remember that you are literally designed to be here running at a speed that is much, much faster than those around you. So for a manifesting generator, sometimes the hardest thing is being able to recognize that you're going at warp speed and the rest of the world is going at a pace that doesn't quite keep up with you. So you can be a bit more gentle on the world around you, the loved ones in your life, your friends, your family, to understand that just because they're not going at your pace doesn't mean it's a negative thing. So I mentioned earlier that Each unique manifesting generator has got a different proportion of how much manifestor and how much generator they have within their design. And this chart here will show you that, for example, if your sacral chakra is connected straight to your throat within your unique chart, this is what shows you that you have got more of the proportion of the manifestory capability within your design, which means you are more weighted towards the gift of initiating, going straight out and getting what you desire, just simply snapping your fingers and creating your desires without necessarily having to pause, as much as if on the other hand, if your design is more weighted towards the generator type, which means that your sacral chakra is not connected straight to the throat chakra, but other parts of your design are, for example, then that means that you've got more of that weight towards listening to your gut, listening to your sacral chakra, listening for that voice that will give you the hell yes or hell no before you then go off to initiate and create. Your strategy as a manifesting generator to live and thrive in your alignment is to visualize, then respond. So the way this works for a manifesting generator is that essentially the first step before speeding off and taking action, which you will feel the urge to do, is to not essentially try to question yourself or fit yourself into what you think you should be doing, but simply to lean into the idea, the urge, the inspiration, and try it on first in your imagination. Visualize the outcome, and then embrace however that plays out in your mind's eye. Embrace the fact that that is your magic coming into play. And at that point, that's when your sacral chakra will respond. That will give you that gut feedback as to whether you are excited about this thing. And it will tell you straight away whether you are desiring this from an energetic level or whether it's coming from an outside influence of what you should be doing or how society maybe has pressured you into feeling that you should be showing up in the world. So that sacral voice is very much a hell yes. It's a noise, it's a vibration within you, it's an excitement. It might feel like sitting up a bit higher in your chair or leaning forward into a conversation. It's got a very visceral energy to it. And conversely, if it feels grey, if it feels uncertain, if it feels like it's a hell no even, then to lean into that, accept that that is the response, and work out where perhaps the true feeling that you've got about this thing is not quite matching up with the idea that you've been visualizing. Once you've had that response that is the hell yes, that's when you get to go crazy. Go ahead with your ideas. Follow that butterfly that's come across your path. Take action, initiate, create, do all the steps that you want to do, and just trust that that's your power. You literally can create anything you desire once you've tuned in, and really you've got that manifesting capability that once you've got the green light from your sacral chakra, you can speed off ahead and do whatever it is that you desire. And it's a permission to do it in a non-linear way. So you might feel like you've already got so many things on the go and this is just another thing. So lean into the fact that that really is your gift. You are here to be that inspirational, creative spark in this universe, and that it's okay for you to feel like you already are doing a lot of things and that this is something else, and to not allow that sense of self-judgment to come in that's going to sabotage you, because ultimately, while it might be energetically incorrect for the other energy types to add another thing to their plate, for you as a manifesting generator, it's actually perfectly in alignment. You are designed to do a lot of things at the same time and have lots of ideas constantly going on, and you're unique in the fact that you can get more done than most people around you. You really are that life force in motion. And so once you've responded from your sacral of the hell yes voice, which might mean slowing down, just long enough to respond, because remember, you're going at light warp speed compared to everyone else around you. So once you've slowed down just long enough to listen and make sure you are listening, then that's when you can go. You can start something new. You can pitch yourself. You can sell whatever it is that you're looking to sell. You can follow those dreams, those desires, those purposes. Then the other permission slip to really remember is that you don't need to show up and be the same person as you were yesterday. As a manifesting generator, you are literally here to be that creative spark, to follow the butterflies, to follow your desires, but also give yourself full, unbridled permission to wake up one day and simply put something down just as quickly as you started it. Don't feel like you need to tune into those conditioning or voices from society that tell you that you should always see something through to completion, finish what you started, make sure you do everything thoroughly and to the fine detail. That's not what you're here for. So you need to give yourself that permission that you will start new things and not finish them. That's part of your energy. And you can think of it like you are the creative spark that brings things into this world. And it just might be that whatever that idea was that you had, that you've birthed, that you've created, isn't actually yours to see through to the end. It's just that you've been the starter fuel to get it going. And it might actually be that that idea, that creative project, that inspiration is for someone else, and you're just the gift of bringing it into this world. You've got a lot of energy going on that you're able to use as a manifesting generator, and it's very unique that you are going at such a pace that is so different to the world around you. You know, it might appear like you're going twice as fast as everyone else in your life. So you need to have a way that you can use up that energy. Otherwise, if you don't, it's going to feel like your physical body is like a glass jar with lightning inside. It'll just keep ricocheting around the body with nowhere to go. So make sure that in some way you are giving yourself an outlet for that energy. So whether that looks like physical movement, which is going to be very important, right through to the creative use of that energy as well. And your other people in your life that are around you, the other energy types in your life, can support you best by learning to embrace the fact that it is okay for you to be this changeable energy, to always reinvent yourself, to have lots of new projects always on the go, and to pick things up and put them down quickly. It's just true to your design. So don't beat yourself up for feeling like you're flip-flopping or not finishing something that you started. And the people in your life can be empowered to know that it's just part of your gifts as well. Knowing when you're in alignment as a manifesting generator, you are born to have unlimited energy when you find what you love and you're doing all the things all at the same time. So think about life as you create the rules. What is your dream for the world? What is your desires? You create your reality. So following the pings or the gut voice about what your priorities are in life, that's always going to be putting out your highest vibration, and the universe is going to respond back energetically. Empowering yourself and embracing your true self and listening to your soul's true desires in this lifetime lets you take your power back and lets you step into that role that you're really here for, to be a visionary. You're here to live in the new paradigm. Embrace your spontaneity as an energy type. It is normal for you to be going so fast that you probably don't care about the little tiny details, and you might feel like you skip over some steps sometimes. You might be that person who never reads the instruction manual when you buy something, and you might end up feeling impatient with those around you. And that's okay, but it's empowering yourself to understand where all those energetic and emotional aspects come from, and to give yourself permission to be living in your true alignment rather than leaning into the negative vibration of those feelings. If you're feeling exhausted or flat or stuck about life, or even leaning into the sense of life isn't fair as an energetic frustration, this is just a guidepost that something needs to be course corrected, that somewhere in your life something is not in alignment, and you just need to come back to your strategy, your true self as a manifesting generator. And it really means that you need to be looking and almost doing an audit in your life of where you need to go through and cut ties with all the things that are draining you, or that you've kept saying yes to but you know no longer serve you, where you've been allowing the opinions or conditioning of society to keep going in your life and affecting your decision making. And getting rid of all the shoulds is what I like to call it, all the things that you should be doing, that you think you should be doing. Those are all things that don't serve you as a manifesting generator. You are here to be entirely unique. Remember that you're here to lift the world up around you, and you are very much that person and that soul and that energy that is here to show the rest of the world that the success and abundance and purpose can be achieved with the approach of excitement, joy, and almost a childlike wonder. And that lifting the world up and sharing your gifts does not have to be at the expense of your own self. It doesn't have to come from blood, sweat, and tears. It doesn't have to come from pushing and suffering. And it doesn't also have to be from always saying yes to other people when it doesn't align for you and your soul's purpose. And you also don't need to buy into that sort of lie that society has told us, that you have to keep yourself small, or that you have to struggle or be burdened in life. You're really here as a manifesting generator to show the rest of the world that it gets to be easy, it gets to be playful, and that everything comes from those sparks of creativity and following those gut instincts about what is a hell yes for you in this life.